Alright, what's going on, traders? It's Mark here at Dino Trading. Welcome to today's trading recap, and I got a really good one here for you today, okay? I'm going to show you some live trades that I took in the futures market today, and more importantly, I'm going to show you how to potentially accomplish two simple things in any market that you trade. Whether you trade Forex, whether you trade futures or stocks and options, I promise you, this technique and this strategy that I'm going to show you can be applied to anything that you currently trade. All right, so let's get into it. What you're seeing on the screen right now is today's chart of one of the most action-packed symbols in the world, and that is the oil market. And yes, you can trade oil on Forex. Yes, you can trade it on futures. And yes, you can trade oil on stocks and options, okay? More importantly, what you're also seeing overlaid onto the chart is our proprietary green and red volume indicator market profile band, okay? This indicator, what I call the master indicator, has one job and one job only, all right, and that is to alert you and identify you of potential trend changes before they even happen. You understand? So case in point, from today, you can see that this indicator turned from red into green at this exact moment in time, all right? And yes, before you ask, this will work on any of your favorites, okay? Whether you trade the indices like the S&P or the NAS, which I love, by the way. You guys know I love the NAS. You've seen tons of my charts on the NAS, right? Or Euro USD, GBP, or SPY. Whatever you trade, this volume indicator color band is simply superb, okay? So look, here's the breakdown for you on how to potentially look for very high probability and low risk setups, aka opportunities in the market where you can feel very convinced that your profit targets are going to get hit. All right, so watch this, okay? When this color band changes from red into green, okay, we now start looking for long trades, okay? But we don't randomly rush in and buy it here, okay? Instead, we want to wait for a bit of an uptrend to establish, prove to us that the momentum behind this move is real, right? And then we want to see a nice little pullback. You understand? If you have ever talked to me, or if you've ever met me, or if we've ever had any type of interaction, okay, you know that I am a huge believer in retracements. I'm telling you, this pattern right here, aka the retracements, aka the pullbacks, whatever you'd like to call it, okay? It just works. Don't ask me why it works. Don't ask me how it works. All I can tell you is that the way that I've programmed the concept of retracements on the master indicator, it just works. All right? Anyway, when you see this pattern forming on your chart, okay, where the market comes underneath the color band and you're just kind of waiting, and then kaboom, you get one of these, right? This bar right here. This is called a green reversal bar that has a color match with the color band, right? So it's green on green, and the low of this bar has got to be significantly underneath the band. This is how I qualify my trades, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? It's not brain surgery. It's not rocket science. I think you could teach this system and this strategy to a 6-year-old, okay? Now watch this. For those of you who are already familiar with NinjaTrader, you can see my live execution markers, but I know there's a few of you out there that maybe use other platforms. So yes, you can use this entire system side by side, all right? You can use the master indicator on your left monitor, and you can potentially execute your trade on your right monitor with your existing broker. Yes, you can keep your existing broker, all right? Plenty of my customers run it side by side. Anyway, here's what I wanted to show you, okay? So check this out. The entry happens on the open of the next bar, and your stop loss gets placed here, all right? A couple of ticks or pips if you follow along in Forex, okay? So this right here represents the risk on the trade, right? Now check this out, guys. I've simply baked in 1-to-1 and 1-to-2. You understand? So I'm kind of going to draw like a bit of a grid here, all right? So I'm going to basically just copy the spacing here as best as I can. Can you see all these spacing here? Like, so this first spacing here represents the risk on the trade. Would you agree? Right? The second line here, or you could say the second spacing, represents 1-to-1 risk reward, right? And the third spacing here represents 2-to-1. You understand? This is a simple mathematical breakdown of how to easily set your targets the way that every professional trader does. Okay. And you don't have to do 1 to 1 and 1 to 2, right? You could do, I don't know, 1 to 3. You could do 1 to 5, which really got hit today, right? But I'm a very simple trader. I like to look for targets that I know can quickly be hit on the volume indicator profile. Okay. I have found that on these retracements on my vol indicator, 1 to 1 is a very good target. And 1 to 2 is also a very good target. And that's why you can see on my live execution markers, I got filled on target 1 here, and I got filled on target 2. Now, of course, do I feel like kind of a dummy that I left money on the table? Sure, right? I mean, I'm human. Who wouldn't? But I'll tell you what, I'm willing to bet you that so many people who tried to trade oil today, or really any market, where they didn't have any type of crystal clear strategy, or they were using their garbage charts, they got destroyed today, right? Because I have no idea how anybody can trade a bunch of useless indicator garbage with no risk or reward profiles that make any type of sense, right? And so if I can use a logical and mechanical rule-based system to achieve profitability as consistently as I can, then I'm happy, right? I mean, that's the truth, right? As long as we make money every single day as a trader, then we're happy. I mean, I've shown you a simple, common sense, logical system that works, okay? And you want to know what's funny? Check out the overnight move on oil. Jesus, right? Look at this thing turn red, right? Volume indicator profile nailed the massive sell-off in oil. And wouldn't you know it, we get a nice little retracement pullback right there. Wow. Kind of makes me wish I was awake at midnight, but of course, for me, it's just not possible. I like to trade the morning session, but I bet you there's a lot of traders overseas who made a lot of money following the vol profile, right? So yeah, guys and gals, I hope you learned something interesting today. All right, something new on how to potentially use the risk on any trade to mathematically create your own grid. And when I say grid, I just mean, setting these potential targets, whatever you think your market is going to give you that day, 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 10 even, right? But at the end of the day, I have one simple job, and that is to prove to you guys and gals out there that trading does not have to be stressful. It does not have to create anxiety, all right? It does not have to drive you mad. As long as you have a mechanical, rule-based system and strategy to follow, okay? Because I'm a big believer in, if you bring discipline into your trading, then I am confident you will transform your trading forever. Guys, that'll do it for this video. If you'd like to get your hands on this powerful volume indicator, then get in touch, call, text, email, whatever's convenient, and I'd be happy to hook you up with a free one-on-one demo, really show you how this volume indicator is going to supercharge your trading. Guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next trade.